Hello and welcome to this brief overview and introduction to Pear Deck. Pear Deck is a Google Slides add-on that essentially allows students to access your Google Slide and then interact with it in a multitude of ways. So as you can see here, there's a variety of ways that students can input their responses. They can type text. They can select a choice, like a multiple choice question. There's numbers. There's a website link in there. You can draw, which is a lot of fun. And lastly, there's a draggable option where students can drag like their answer to the matching response. So this already provides a lot of range. However, it's nice to have a little less of an overwhelming place to start. So the template library in Pear Deck is very helpful. There are a bunch of different options for beginning of the lesson, warm-up activities, and of course all of these can be customized for whatever subject or topic you're teaching. There are assessment activities during the lesson or just general checkups on how students are doing. And then, of course, there's end-of-lesson reflections and exit tickets. You'll see some of these. Pear Deck is a huge advocate of social emotional learning. So a lot of their templates are for checking in on how students are feeling and how they're doing. So here you can see there's even a whole template selection on here. There's a stress check, there's a moment of silence, etc., etc. So there's a bunch of different activities, as well as critical thinking activities. There, as you can see, there's a very wide range. They also have various subjects. So teachers, if they are teaching a math lesson, some of these are more equipped for math teachers, as you can see. And then for, let's say, English, language arts, here's a couple activities that teachers can take and mold to their liking. So here's the blank slate of what Pear Deck would look like. This is a Pear Deck that I had previously made for a class, and I'm just showing you some of the tools I had used. So for instance, I had mentioned the stress check, and this students can drag the icon and their answers are privately displayed. So their peers can't see them, but as a teacher, you're able to immediately see students' responses, what they've responded, and what slide they're on. For Pear Deck, there's an option to do self-paced, student-paced, so students can move on to the next slide whenever they're ready. So you might see a little icon for their profile on one slide and another student's profile on another slide. So as you can see here, this is an example of utilizing the draw tool. Students can draw lines to make them match. There are writing prompts and drawing prompts again. And then lastly, at the end of the lesson, there's a brief check-in to see how students found the lesson, if it was engaging for them, interesting, etc., etc. So yeah, this is my brief overview. I hope that covered some territory. So yeah.